People, welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It is Sunday, the 16th of June, 2024. Eid Mubarak to everyone that is celebrating. Big you guys up. It is a blessed day for everyone today. A blessed day for everyone, okay? The only person it probably ain't a blessed day for is Edu, because today we're cooking Edu Gasper Daily, ladies and gentlemen. Big up all the real ones in the building. We are going to be diving in, looking at all the latest news surrounding Arsenal Football Club. A number of links, a number of new players. Actually, Arsenal making contact with Xavi Simons, according to reports. We're going to be looking at that in further detail as well, ladies and gentlemen. We've got offers on the table for Reiss, Nelson, all of that type of stuff. It's interesting. Interesting. Big up all the real ones in the building. Make sure we subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. We've got new content on that channel. There is a link posted in the chat. I need you guys just to click that link, subscribe, get yourselves back here right away. And then check that content out later on today as well. Big up Robbo, big up Ancient and Modern. Oh, yeah, you're definitely going to love Wax Unfiltered then. Make sure you go and check that out. Big up Ace 12 in the building. Big up the Emirates Faithful. Big up my guy, Nort. We got Tope in the building. Tope, am I reading that correctly? No, I'm not. Big up Tayeb. Big you up, my guy. Big up John. Big up Abdullah as well. I see you guys joining. None but love and respect to you guys. Big up Gumsy Gums, aka Ro, in the building. Big up my guy Cap and Hex in the building. Make sure we fasten our seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be here for about 60 minutes, just over 60 minutes, perhaps. It's a good day out there, actually. The sun is shining. All of a sudden, it has been horrible over these past couple of days. I've been seeing rain. I've been seeing hailstones. Hey, I've been seeing it all this weekend. Literally, my whole back balcony got ruined. I've literally just decorated my back balcony, new flooring, stones, lighting, everything. I wanted to start streaming out there, but the weather hasn't been great, has it? So what am I going to do? Sit out there and all the equipment get drenched? So that will be interesting, won't it? Big up Chris in the building. Big up all the guys that are joining. Eid Mubarak to everyone that is celebrating, to all my brothers and all my sisters, all my aunties, all my uncles. Yes, today is a blessed day. I hope every single one of you are doing well. Did you see the police in Germany have shot a guy who was wielding an axe and Molotov cocktail? I don't know, bro. Cocktail. Oh my god. No, did he? I don't know. I never see that, you know. I never see that. I did see, however, the Albanians snapping spaghetti in front of the Italians. That was hilarious. I'm not too sure if you guys would have seen that video. But that was hilarious. The Albanians snapping spaghetti in front of the Italians. They actually lost. The Euros is live and kicking for those that are interested. I'm not really that interested. I'm more interested in finding out what Edu is doing. England do play tonight, so probably we'll tap into that. I have been watching all the games, but not watching all the games, if you know what I mean. They've just kind of been there for atmosphere. Then I've kind of watched a few of the moments that have been happening within those games. I did watch more of the Italy and Albania game yesterday, but I mean, I haven't really been invested in this Euros. I told you guys, I'm not really that guy. International football, I haven't been an international football guy since I was a child. I just totally gone off of it. Straight up Arsenal, and that's what we're going to be doing today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be looking at Edu. Let's put Edu on the screen right now. Edu, where are you, blood? Because I can see that you've got stories. He's got stories on his Instagram, which means this guy is active right now. Where are you active? Where are you, Edu? We're trying to find you. Guys, make sure we are hitting up the like button. All of that. Let's just quickly switch over to Edu here. Edu's Instagram. He's been active. Where are you, Edu? Are you getting deals done? Are you, in London? Are you abroad? Are you talking to agents? What are you doing? You know, we've been hearing about Thomas Partey. You know, we saw Edu in Saudi Arabia 3 weeks ago. I believe that was to get Thomas Partey, a deal done for Thomas Partey. Now we're kind of leaning towards that happening over the next coming days. According to some of the reports that I'm actually looking at right now, they're suggesting that Thomas Partey is on the verge of joining a team in Saudi Arabia, but that team just isn't being mentioned yet. I don't know why, but you're not mentioning any team. But Edu, where are you, my guy? Where are you? Oh yeah, here he is. He's in concerts. He's in concerts with his daughter, living life. Edu, you better not miss no calls. He better not have missed no calls at this concert. We saw him at the salsa concert or the salsa party the other day. We saw him there the other day. Clearly missed a number of calls from agents, and probably the same's happened again. But he's here raving with his daughter at some sort of concert. I don't know. What's going on with Edu? Dovbyk is that guy. We're going to be talking about Artem Dovbyk. Arsenal have reached out to the entourage of the player, according to reports. I don't know how true this is. As we can see, Edu is here at a concert raving with his daughter. I don't know. I really don't know. Dovbyk, I would take him in a heartbeat. 24 goals last season, says Cap. Big up Jamola. He says, Wax, you are a diamond. Thank you, man. No Diddy. No Diddy, cuz. It's coming at me with them Diddy takes. It's coming at me with them Diddy takes. Oh, Wax, you're a diamond. Oh, God, oh, man, I'm trying to navigate here. I'm trying to navigate. Working with like 3 different screens in front of me right now, man. Big up all the traders, you know how it gets when you got like 3 different screens in front of you. You need to be watching the markets at every angle. Every angle, you need to be looking at these markets. But it comes in useful for now, switching through these tabs, trying to get the right content on the screen. Big up the guys that are watching. Make sure we are hitting the like button, all of that type of stuff. 22 likes on the video. Make sure we're hitting that like button. Come on. Isak and Fofana. These are 2 players that I would be looking at, but Arsenal looking at them. We were hearing about Fofana a few days ago, £20 million, as we do know. But as far as Edu's concerned, he's more interested at being at a concert than getting on the phone and getting a deal done with Fofana. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, for those that are joining late, here we go again. Edu at a concert. He's not actually in the market. He's at a concert with his daughter. Life, missing calls from agents, important calls. And let's hope those agents pick up. Anyway, let's move on to some real stuff here. We've got some interesting takes being published online. Guirassy is one of those players. Arsenal, Chelsea, Milan, and Dortmund are all competing for the signature of Guirassy. When did Arsenal, when was Arsenal in this conversation? The player is only available for 20 million. As we do know, he's got a release clause in his contract. I think it's like 18.5 million pounds. So it is pretty cheap. And he's bagged a number of goals last season in the Bundesliga, but I'm just not too sure about Guirassy, man. I'm not too sure about this player. I don't know if this is going to be the answer for us, but who am I to say? I'm just a YouTuber, right? I'm just a guy that doesn't know what's going on. I have no football knowledge. Guirassy is a baller, according to a lot of the Dons, right? 27 years old. He's obviously in his prime, so he's at an age where he should be bagging, should be the player that, that he is. And Arsenal are being linked with him. Arsenal are being linked. Now, again, I haven't really watched him recently to give you a fair opinion or a valid one. But I guess some of you guys in the chat can let me know how you're feeling about Guirassy and these links. Are you interested in Guirassy? Would you bring Guirassy? Would you bring him into Arsenal Football Club? 18.5 million pounds for a player that just bagged over 20 goals, I think it was last season. Pretty interesting. It's a bargain, but you have to question whether he's going to be able to, replicate that here in the Premier League. He does look like a physical Don, but then who he does remind me of slightly, Patson Daka, and that never worked out well in the Premier League, did it? He still hasn't even come to fruition. Obviously, I think he's still at Leicester. They're going to be in the Premier League next season. We'll see if he's that guy. But I remember when he was playing for Salzburg over in Austria, he was backing it up. I was thinking Patson Daka was the next Aubameyang. He was scoring a bag of goals, like 27 goals in like 30 games and shit like that, plus the assist. He was doing a mad thing. And this guy kind of gives me those vibes. He's going to come and give you Patson Daka vibes. 28 years old, so he's older than 27. How many goals did he score last season? He scored 28 and 28, boy. He bagged, and in the season before that, he got 11 and 22. So he improved, double these numbers, boy. And he literally got a goal in every single game for Stuttgart last season with 2 assists as well. So you're looking at the numbers for 18.5 million. How can you reject that? It is a risk, but he's 28 years old. I mean, that is another risk because he's 28. Signing a player that's 28 doesn't work out. Is there any sell-on value? No, there isn't. Therefore, you take a loss after that. You have to hope that he comes in and hits the ground running. But then you think 28 years old, prime years, mature, grown, experienced, been there and kind of done it. I know not at the top level, but you kind of have some experience. And now you find yourself in a moment where you just can't stop bagging. You can't stop bagging. And it seems kind of like logical to think that moving to a team like Arsenal with the way we're playing football and with the type of quality players that we have, the guy will continue to bag. He will continue to bag. This is the reason why people like Grant, big up Grant, they've brought him to my attention. Guirassy is about 40 years old. He does look it, innit? You get that with these type of dons, man. Rather Eucharist, exactly. But the problem we have there, Ace, is that we don't have the money. We don't have the money. 18.5 million in compared to 85.5 million. Okay, it's a big difference. I told you guys, listen to me when I tell you that Arsenal don't have the money. People think Arsenal got the money, but because of Edu, and this is the reason why we have to scrutinize him, this is the reason why we have to check up on him. Yeah, we have to put pressure on him because of Edu and the decisions that Edu and Arteta have made along the lines or in the past, they've affected us. And they've been detrimental to at this point whereby we can't actually spend the money we want to be able to spend. We can't do it. We can't go out there and put £100 million down on the table, £85 million down on the table because of incompetent decisions that we've made. And one of the main incompetent decisions that we've made at Arsenal Football Club has not been able to sell any fucking players. You know, we're going to talk about selling players in this stream as we've been doing over the past couple of days. And what I've told you over the past couple of days is what's being said. You know, right now, today, even with Reiss Nelson, 10 million offer, 10 million. That's all that's been willing. That's all that's being offered at this moment in time for Reiss Nelson. We're going to get to it anyway. Make sure we are hitting up the likes. Keep hitting the likes. Pick up edits. Pick up Mafia Boss. Pick up all the people that are joining. Guirassy looks immobile. Dovbyk is way better. He is the future. Mafia Boss says, big up Wax. Smash the likes up. Come on, please, people. Hit those likes button. Hit those likes. Hit those likes. I think I need to slow down a bit. Moving a bit too fast. Too much caffeine this morning. The Sunday caffeine. So yeah, Guirassy, he is a player that Arsenal are apparently looking at according to what's being said online. So let's move for him. Let's see if we do make a move for him. What else is going on here this morning on this lovely Sunday morning afternoon? Onana. Now look, let's move on to Onana. Onana's been one of the major talking points for a lot of channels, for a lot of pundits, for a lot of people this week, because Arsenal are, according to some of these fraudulent dons, made approaches to Everton. Now it's been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano that it's nothing but Arsenal have done nothing but monitor the player. No contact has been made. Even other reports have said the same thing. A close source to Everton initially told us that Arsenal had made contact. Some people told us that this source is reliable. But then we've got other reports from Fabrizio Romano as well as someone else that said sources from Everton and sources from Arsenal have confirmed that no contact has been made. Now, of course, they're going to say that because they're trying to keep this under the radar. But as far as we're being told right now, it's nothing but it's fiction. No contact has been made. No movement, no direct contact, according to Fabrizio Romano. There must be some understanding of, obviously, personal terms, agent contact. That's definitely happened. Arsenal have an idea of what Onana wants, and Onana has an idea of what Arsenal are offering and what type of vision and how they're gonna integrate him into this team, so on and so forth. But no contact has been made to Everton by Arsenal. And that's because Arsenal must be weighing up options. Arsenal must be looking at alternatives, looking at other centre midfielders that could potentially come in, that could be either cheaper, that could be more, better quality, that can do more for the team, that are more versatile. I don't know what it is. But Arsenal are obviously just kind of figuring out what player it is they're going to pull the trigger on. And that's what you got to do at times, isn't it? You got to iron out the details with the agencies, really, really understand that the player is interested and get them kind of on board, get that overall green light. And once you've got that green light, then you can say, all right, cool, we're going to pull that trigger. All right, cool, no, we're not going to pull it, we're pulling this trigger. And that's how it's got to work. Because it's probably easier and a much more smoother transition then, isn't it? So, yeah, let's see what we're doing. Onana. Are you guys happy with Onana? I do know I've seen a number of comments saying Onana's that guy. Onana will take us to another level. But I want to know what you guys in the chat right now are feeling about Onana. No Diddy ting. Like, is this the guy? Is this the guy you want to see at Arsenal Football Club? Do you feel that Arsenal are going to pull the trigger on this one? What do you think is going to happen here? They've got the money. We got loads of players to go last couple of years, and we're doing well in the Premiership and the Champions League again. Arsenal got the money. They're just tight when it comes to spending. Look, Arsenal, it's not like Arsenal were generating money. Look, we have to understand how a project works. And I'm going to say it for the last time because I think I've told guys this already. But Arsenal generate money. Of course, Arsenal generate money. Arsenal have got commercial deals that are generating money as we speak. Of course, we're generating money. But we're talking about football. We're talking about football right now. The project we're running is a football project. And this project, after Unai Emery, is a brand new spanking project. Now, if you look at that project, since Unai Emery left, since Arteta's taken over, you look at the financials that have gone into the project and the amount that we've actually generated from this project. And when you're looking at the metrics, you have to be looking at trophies won, players sold. There can't be anything more. You can't say, oh, Arsenal generate money because they've signed a deal with Barclays Bank, as an example. Who gives a fuck? That's got nothing to do with our transfer money. It shouldn't have anything to do with our transfer money. If the club decide that, all right, cool, we can take money from there to plug into that, cool, they can do that. If the club have a contingency pot where they can take money from to plug in, fine, they can do that. But when you have spent so much money and you haven't seen a return on that spending, you can't continue to spend. It won't work out. And then you got rules and regulations in place. You got rules and regulations in place to make sure that the business is self-sustainable. It's sustainable, that not even self-sustainable, but how you're operating is sustainable. Just how you're operating is sustainable. The amount of money you're spending, the amount of money you're not spending. You know what I mean? Come on, you're outlaying on the table. That's how it works. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. So, when you say Arsenal have got money, they're just tight. No, it's not. They've got money out there, they're tight. This is about ROI. I need to see a return on investment, bro. And you know what? You know what's more important for owners right now? I'll tell you. The player sales, blood. The player sales are probably more important to the owners than actually winning the Premier League right now, because they might have a date in mind. They might have set that date and they've said, you know what, we expect to win the league by the year 2026, as an example. So that could be a process for them. If that is, and they're looking at that as the process for them, they're winning the league by 2026, then the way that Arsenal have to generate money is obviously finishing as high as they can in the league, but player sales. And Arsenal, when it's not doing it through player sales. So, look, that's got to be a priority for Eddie, man. Player sales, getting guys out the door, but making as much money as you can for them. Unfortunately, for Eddie and Arteta, the players that they've got to sell at this moment in time ain't going to give them that much money. And that's a problem. So you might then have to look at one of the players that Arteta signed, selling one of those dons. So that's exactly what we're doing. Zinchenko, Ramsdale. Do you understand? Why is Ramsdale and Zinchenko going? Now, we can say they're not good enough, but let's be honest now. Zinchenko and Ramsdale, if you look at Arsenal over the past 2-3 years, are you telling me that you wouldn't mind having them as plan Bs? You would mind having them as plan Bs. Of course you would. Of course you would. Now, Zinchenko, we use Zinchenko as an example. Zinchenko knows that he is an injury-prone player. He knows that he's a liability. So he's more likely to accept a more he's more likely to accept that plan B, plan C role. He's more likely to accept it. But Arsenal are not trying to give him a plan B role. What are Arsenal trying to do? Arsenal are trying to get him out the door. Why are you trying to get him out the door? To do what? Replace him with who? To replace him with someone that hasn't got the overall experience of him. Listen, I'm telling you the reason why we need to get Zinchenko out the door is because you frauds need to generate some fucking money from player sales, Black. Do you think? Come on, man. Listen to what man's telling you, bro. Listen to what man's telling you. Arsenal have got money, man, but the fraudulent guy is driving this bus, Edu. You're not generating no money. What value are you adding to the project? What value are you adding to the project? He can't defend, fine, but you know, if you put Zinchenko in his right position, he's going to perform, right? Zinchenko's not a left back. I don't care what Pep Guardiola was doing with him. He's not a left back. He's a central midfielder. You play Zinchenko in his actual role. You play Zinchenko in his actual role, and he does better than what he does at left back. Keep Zinchenko, your Cali is so strong. But this is what I'm saying to you. How can that take be mad? This is what are you talking about? So you're basically saying that Zinchenko is completely washed in crap. That's what you're saying. How can that take be wild? And you're telling me about Cali packs. You're telling me that Zinchenko is totally washed and crap. Is that what you're telling me? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, bro. What Cali packs are you smoking, bro? What are you talking about? But I'm not trying to keep him at left back. I'm not trying to keep Zinchenko as a left back. I never would have played Zinchenko as a left back. I'm not playing him as a left back. The manager's playing him as a left back. I just told you, fuck what Pep was doing with him. Fuck what Pep was doing with him. That's what Pep was doing. He's not a left back. He's a central midfielder. So on that basis, if you understand the logic that I'm telling you here, the point we're making is that Arsenal need to sell players because of an ROI. Arsenal haven't been selling players. Now, Zinchenko is good enough to stay at Arsenal. You play him in his actual position, he's good enough. He would cook in that central area with Odegaard. However, why is Mikel Arteta and Edu not thinking that? Why are they not doing that? Why would they rather just sell him? No, get him out the door. Oh, it's because of the ROI. They need to start selling their own players. This is what I'm saying to you, bro. But man's not listening. Oh, but Arsenal's got all the money in the world. All right, cool. You're not gonna you're not gonna learn if you don't listen, are you? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You're not gonna learn if you don't listen. Anyway, let's move on because Zinchenko obviously is going to be leaving. The point is Arsenal have no money. Arsenal are struggling. Obviously they've got money. They've got money. Just don't misinterpret what I'm saying here. They've got money, and money can be made available. But Arsenal need to sell players before you start saying to Edu, oh, there's 250 mil. Go on, Ed. There's 250 mil. Stan's not doing that, bro. Stan's not a prick. He's been doing that for the past couple of seasons, blood. And you haven't delivered. Not only haven't you not delivered a trophy, but the most important thing you haven't delivered based on our project and based on how KSC are trying to run our operation is player sales, okay? So if you can't give me player sales, if you can't generate me any money through player sales, unfortunately, it shrinks the budget. The budget shrinks. So if the budget shrinks, what does that mean? You get less money, okay? Please listen to me when I talk. Fucking no, it's not even an ignorant thing, blood. It's not even an ego thing, bro. But come on, if you want to understand how this shit works. Arsenal will sell players. That's going to be the main focus for Edu. And I want to put pressure on Edu to make sure that job gets done. Are Arsenal going to sell the players for the amount of money that they think they're going to sell those players for? That's a different story. I don't agree with that. I don't think they are going to sell Reiss Nelson for 30 million. They're not going to sell ESR for 30 million. They're not going to sell Eddie for 30 million. If they do, then because I'm here to be proved wrong. If they do, then round of applause to fucking Edu. Round of applause, right? But we need to look at this. We need to look at this from a logical perspective. And right now, those players ain't good enough to go for that type of money. Big up Darth Vader. He made a good point yesterday. He said Unai Emery signed Morgan Rogers for £12 million. Morgan Rogers is better than all of the names that we just mentioned right now, based on form, what he's been doing for Aston Villa. The guy played for the Championship, instantly come to the Premier League and got into their team straight away. £12 million. You think anyone's going to go and pay £13 million for Eddie Nketiah? £30 million for ESR that's been injured for about 4 years. Get the fuck out of here, man. And if Edu thinks that, then he needs to get sacked, blood. This is my whole point. You understand? Time to put pressure on these dons today, bro. It's time to put pressure on these dons today. Big up Johan. He says the last unfiltered video was lit. Thank you ever so much, Johan. Make sure you guys go and check out the Wax Unfiltered content. Link his posted or pins to the chats. He never sold. It's so poor. That's what I'm saying. Come on, man. The owners are not stupid. The owners are going to put pressure on Edu to sell players. And he needs to sit down and value these players. He needs to look at these players, value them, and go to the market and say, this is what I value them at. Now, based on what he has done, I think he's delusional. And I'm going to tell you why. Let's move on to Reiss Nelson right now anyway. So Reiss Nelson has had an offer from Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are ready to put a bid on that table for Reiss Nelson. Now, obviously, they know Michael Olise is on the verge of leaving. He is gone. There's no keeping hold of Michael Olise. £60 million is being negotiated right now between various different clubs. I don't even know who has officially agreed personal terms with Michael Olise, but there are suggestions to say that Manchester United have, Chelsea have, and I believe there's another team. There is another team. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but there is another team. So on that basis, they are now looking at replacing Michael Olise. Of course, they want to replace Michael Olise, and the player they want to replace him with is Reiss Nelson. Now, Crystal Palace have begun talks with some of their targets to replace Michael Olise. And one of their options is Reiss Nelson. It is believed that Palace are ready to make an opening offer of around £10 million. Now, look, some people will say, oh, yeah, but Wax, that's how negotiations start. Listen, don't kid yourself all the time. Negotiations start with, a fee that you feel is kind of acceptable for this player. And then there's a limit that you will go. Now, if you're bidding for 10 mil, there's no way I'm going up to 25 mil. So if Arsenal was sitting here holding for 25 mil, then you're fucking delusional. Yeah? Because if Crystal Palace are the only ones that are coming in right now, and I think anyone else that's lined up alongside Crystal Palace for Reiss Nelson are all going to be thinking the same along the same lines. This guy's only worth about 10 mil. He's only worth about 10 mil. Unfortunately, the last time we can actually say that Reiss Nelson showed us anything, even as an industry, is when he scored the fucking winning goal against Bournemouth. That was over a year ago. What has Reiss done since then? You're telling me I'm going to come along and put 25 mil down on the table for this Don? Get out of here, blood. 25 years old, hasn't even established himself as a player. Come on. Makes no sense. So teams are looking at Reiss Nelson saying 10 mil. 10 mil. And if they're bidding or they're willing to bid or going to bid 10 mil for the player, then don't think they're going to go more than 15 mil. 15 mil max. And even that might be a bit too high for a team that are looking to put only 10 mil down. They're not going to go to 25 mil. And this obviously just proves my point that the players that we have to sell have been overvalued. They've been overvalued by Edu because he doesn't have a clue on what he's doing. And teams ain't going to be stupid enough to go in and say, oh, yeah, we'll pay 30 mil for Reiss Nelson. We'll pay 30 mil for Eddie Nketiah. You're hoping that because they're homegrown players, teams are going to be desperate. Teams are going to get to find themselves in a position when they're desperate and they might just chuck the money at it. But listen, teams are organized. Teams are not on the brink of, oh, my God, we're going to... No. They're not stupid. They're not stupid, these teams, but they don't have incompetence driving their buses. Not all of them, anyway. So, yeah, 10 million for Crystal Palace for Reiss Nelson. That is what they are willing to offer at this moment in time. And let's see what Arsenal can do. Will Arsenal get any more money out of any of these teams for Reiss Nelson? I don't think so. And I think if Arsenal haggle, you know what's going to happen? I'll tell you this. If Arsenal haggle and they try and get more money out of the deal, more than 13 to 15 million, I think they're going to lose out on a lot of suitors, and the only people that are going to come in then are teams that are going to be offering even cheaper, maybe even loan moves, blood, because no one's biting, and that's what happens in this game. Big up Sean, big up Mr. Robbo, big up Shakes, big up Darth Vader, big up Nico, big up Pelza in the building, big up Ras in the building. Reasonable prices, no, Ras, absolutely. I'm looking at reasonable prices, but if you're asking me what's a reasonable price for Reiss Nelson, I'm telling you in between 10 to 15 mil. What Crystal Palace have offered, 10 mil, that's a reasonable price for Reiss Nelson, bro. That's reasonable. You're lucky that a team's actually come in and offered you that, because I don't even think foreign teams would come in and do that. The English clubs will probably come in and give you 10 to 15 million because they respect the English tax and all of that. But no. This guy hasn't played, bro. The guy hasn't played. He's 25. Come on. He's dead. He's actually dead. He's not dead, but he's dead, if you understand what I mean. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Palace testing the waters. If Arsenal don't respond strongly, then it will tell everyone that 10 to 15 million will get the job done. Well, they're holding that for 25 million, man. They're holding that for 25 million. You know, when you're testing the waters of, like, you're going to put your first bid on the table as what you feel the guy is valued at. If I'm going to put 10 mil down on the table for something, I'm not going more than 12 to 13 mil for it, blood. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You don't lowball that much. You don't. You know what I mean? You don't. Doesn't make any sense for negotiations, bruv. Especially when you're desperate. Especially when you're actually desperate and you need to get a player over the line for your project. They're selling Michael Elise. They've got other options. They're not going to care. That's another problem. They've got other options. They're not going to care. The moment you start telling me, 20 million for Reiss Nelson, and like, how about we'll loan him and we'll put an option for about 15 mil. Arsenal will end up biting, and then they don't even trigger the option at the end of it. He comes back to Arsenal. Anyway. People need to realize you can't demand crazy prices for 25-year-olds if they are playing regularly. If they aren't playing regularly. I mean, this guy doesn't play at all. He's a bench man. He doesn't even get minutes off the bench. How the audacity to try and ask for 30 million for Reiss Nelson is crazy. Absolutely crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So I really don't get it, man. I really don't get it. Anyway, let's move on. What we got going on over here? Reiss Nelson, he's probably going to be leaving. It wouldn't surprise me if he stays, to be quite fair. Xavi Simons, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Manchester United, and Man City have all contacted PSG over a potential signing of Xavi Simons. The French club do not intend to sell the player this summer and will most likely loan him out again. And that's according to reports that are coming out in France, as well as some of these other fraudulent publications here in the UK as well. Xavi Simons, I mean, he's a good player, man, but I don't know what to think, what to believe. You know, most of you guys know my opinion on Xavi. He's one of the golden boys in the game. You know, you allow him to cement himself in a team, play with the best of the best. This guy goes on and becomes one of the best, and that is a fact. To come from the Barcelona academy, he was captain of each youth level that he was at whilst he was at Barcelona. You know, he's a leader. I remember watching a game of Xavi Simons when he was 13 years old. 13 blood, yeah, for Barcelona. And he was playing as a central midfielder, orchestrating. He wasn't even getting forward. He was actually sitting back, allowing other players to express themselves while he was orchestrating. He was like more or less playing as a number 6, bro. He was playing as a 6. But you could tell through body language, through commandments, through how he was just letting people know his opinion and what should be happening at that moment. You could tell he was a proper leader. 13 years old, he was doing that, bro. He looked so much more mature than all of the other players on the pitch, and that's why he could play as a 6. Do you know what I mean? Imagine that you've got an attacking Don playing as a 6. He's so intelligent, he can sit back and just play. Yeah, and that's what he was doing, bro, being the captain. But look at him now, man. Xavi Simons. It's a shame, man. PSG, I don't know what's going on over there. How have they not said, hold on, Xavi Simons, this is someone we're building our fucking midfield around. You know, they've got Emre, they've got Bacola, all of these guys that they're giving minutes to. Xavi Simons is levels above them, in my opinion. Emre's a good player. I like Emre. Bacola, end product's questionable. But, you know, Xavi Simons has got it all. He's got, bro, I just don't get it. I don't know what PSG are smoking. I don't know if there's some sort of agenda. I don't know if there was some sort of falling out. I don't know, agency attitude. I don't know, bro. But something just doesn't sit right with me when you hear PSG are going to loan out Xavi Simons again. But what we'll do is we're going to give Emre minutes. We're going to give Bacola minutes. Bruv, what? What are you talking about? This guy is a genius, bro. Damn. Because it's probably because he's not French. Maybe that's what I'm saying. There's an agenda, man. Do you think if we can get Xavi Simons, he can help Odegaard out and we can rest him more? Absolutely. And they can play together. You know, when you're going against low block teams and you need to play 2 8s that are literally just opening doors Xavi Simons and Odegaard will play together. You let Declan sit in the 6, relax back, Decky. Only get forward when you know when you can, right? Just let Xavi and let Odegaard cook. Oh my god. Oh my god. The way we'll be getting in behind no Diddy, it will be mad, bro. Mad. Xavi and Odegaard. And then you've got to think about the other runners that you've got in the team. You got Havertz. Like, I could see it being, like, I can see Xavi getting so many goals because of the way Havertz plays. We saw Havertz get the assist and a goal. He got a penalty for Germany the other day. Big him up. But you can see the way Havertz plays. He probably looks for the pass rather than the shot. So if he's going to drop deep and link up play more, then and Xavi, you got Xavi and Odegaard's kind of cooking. Xavi's a person that likes to get forward. He always tries to get in behind. He's always trying to become that kind of second striker. Bro, Havertz would be putting balls on the plates for him. Odegaard would be putting balls on the plates for him. No Diddy thing. And bro, I think Xavi Simons would flipping cook. I think you see the way Xhaka was playing. Xhaka got how many GA in his last season at Arsenal? I think Xavi Simons doubles that. If we can play to that strength, if we can play to that role of the number 8 being a threat. We haven't really done that this season because we've kind of tailored it to Havertz, and that right hand side has still obviously been as effective as it has been, but it's kind of tailored to that. We haven't really used the number 8 as we did with Xhaka. We haven't used it the same way. If we used it the same with a Xavi Simons in there, oh Lord, you blow blocks, you park the bus teams won't know what's hit you, blood. We'll be putting 5, 6s past them teams. We really need to get that position clicking, that number 8 position alongside Odegaard. We need to get it clicking. Obviously, we do know Mikel Arteta is, playing Declan Reiss there. And don't get it twisted, Declan Reiss has done a fantastic job. But if you play someone that has a bit more creative intelligence in that role, oh my God. Xavi Simons is a baller. Get him at Arsenal right now. PSG are holding him for ransom. Exactly. And the maddest thing is they pulled the trigger on his release clause when they didn't need to, or that buyback clause, £7 million. I don't know how PSG decided to accept that, but that was a bully man thing. Just to kind of give Xavi Simons what he wanted. I bet Xavi Simons tried to not throw his toys at the pram, but he let PSG know that, bro, I'm that guy, bro. Do you know where I've come from? Oh, do you know where I've come from? And they're trying to. So I think Xavi Simons had a word with PSG. They kind of said to him, "All right, cool. What we'll do is we'll sell you." And obviously, they were then advised that, listen, Xavi Simons is one of those guys, bro. Like you, and they bullied PSV. They probably chose the destination for him. They probably chose the destination for him. They decided, yeah, we'll choose PSV because PSV got no money. PSV, they had a young manager, I think Van Nistelrooy at the time. Yeah, we bully them. We'll go over there, shut up. Yeah, 7 million in his contract. We'll take him back when we need him. That's it. I think the player has to agree with that as well, for that to be implemented, but still, they probably bullied him, bro. Xavi Simons is playing in 20 minutes. Yeah, we've got football kicking off in 20 minutes. The Euros, Poland and the Netherlands. Netherlands should win that game. Xavi Simons in that game is going to be cooking. I'm going to definitely lock into that. So I'm sure you guys are as well. Still got Edu's video going rounds on. I've got Edu's video on his Instagram video going around. He's at a concert, living life with his daughter. Xavi is a baller, but he's not in the fields like Declan Reiss. He's not in the field. Well, they're totally different players. Xavi Simons is a creative player. Declan Reiss is a defensive player, isn't he? He's more of a defensive player that has the ability to, kind of help moving forwards or moving the ball forward, should I say. They're totally different players. And I think if you bring someone like Xavi Simons in, it allows Declan to play his actual position. And you can always swap, rotate. It's not like Declan's never going to play that role. Declan can still play the 8 role. You can still deploy him there. You might want to deploy Declan Rice. Like if we're going against Man City, then I would deploy Declan Rice with a Xavi or an Odegaard with another defensive unit behind them. We're going against City. We need that midfield to be, compact, tight, solid. real base in the middle of the park. So you're going to put Decky as the 6 with a creative player, and then another player that kind of gives them, that solidity as well. And then if you're going up against, West Ham's, Brentford's, and you need goals, blood. You need goals. You need GD. You need GD, right, bro? You're going to start Odegaard and Xavi Simons with Reiss in the 6. Do you know what I mean? Rest the anchor man for now, or rest the defensive midfielder for now. And when you're 3-4-0 up, you bring off Odegaard, you bring off Xavi Simons, you bring on a defensive midfielder, you shut things down, and you keep things ticking. You understand? Come on, man. You need 2 creative geniuses. Now, I know Mikel Arteta knows this. This is the reason why we have ESR. This is the reason why we have Fabio Vieira. But for whatever reason, they have not clicked. They haven't clicked. It hasn't worked for them, and they haven't been able to do what Odegaard does. Another problem for those 2 players as well is they haven't been able to build any real chemistry with Odegaard. See, that's what Odegaard needs. Odegaard needs players that he can connect with. Like, they needs to be intelligent players as well. These can't be bozo dons that are not really intelligent. Intelligent players, bro. And I honestly, man, I don't think there's a lot of intelligence in our attacking final third. There isn't a lot of intelligence. We need to grow, man. We need to grow. We need more intelligence, blood. But, that's where people like Xavi comes in. His intelligence is crazy, off the chart, man. The movement, he gives Phil Foden a mad run for his money. Like, you can't, like, the conversation about Phil Foden probably, drops off when Xavi Simons comes into the league. Oh, man, we need Xavi over here, bro. We need him over here. He's got all the flair. Reiss has no flair. Xavi Simons can play CAM, CM, and LW. So I'm saying he can play where Martinelli plays. He can play on the left-hand side. He played like that against us when we played them in the first leg. And in the second leg, he played as a number 10, and he opened us up and scored that bad boy goal. Remember when he scored that bad boy goal? That's when he played as a number 10, bro. Come on, man. You can see what Xavi Simons does. You see the movement. You see how tenacious he is. He is a baller. Oh, I don't know why these man ain't made him a priority signing. And I don't know why PSG have done whatever they've done with him. They're dickheads. They're absolutely dickheads. They do not deserve Xavi Simons. They don't deserve him. This is my baller. They don't deserve him, bruv. Huh. No way do they deserve Xavi Simons. That's my guy, bruv. So yeah, let's see what Arsenal do anyway. Will Arsenal push for Xavi Simons? It could be a surprise one. We get rid of ESR. And Fabio Vieira, and we just bring Xavi Simons in to replace both of them. It could just be one that gets pulled out from nowhere, and I'm all here for it, bruv, because I need to see a player like Xavi Simons at the club. Imagine this. I see this and I put it on my Instagram. I want to play for Arsenal. This is Maradona back in the day. Maradona actually said to the press that he wants to play for Arsenal. It's Diego Maradona, the 4 million Argentina superstar, admitted last night, I want to play for Arsenal. Imagine that. It says here he was actually earning a staggering. They used the word staggering because this fee back then was astronomical. It was 7.5K. He was earning 7.5K a week, and they said staggering. And he was only worth 4 million, but he actually said he wanted to play for Arsenal, man. Can you imagine if Maradona would have played for Arsenal? That would have been incredible. I reckon that would have definitely inspired Messi to make that switch when Arsene Wenger went in for him and Fabregas at the same time. Remember that? Oh, imagine. Anyway, let's move on to the last real topic of discussion here, ladies and gentlemen. And that is Artem Dovbyk. We are looking at strikers, and it's been suggested that Arsenal are looking at Dovbyk. They have actually made contact with the player's entourage as well. Johan Bakayoko, perfect signing. We should go for. We got Ace, absolutely. Nico Williams, another one. Baller. Lamine Yamal was cooking yesterday. The youngest to actually play in the Euros, I think he sets. I think he broke that record yesterday. It was a mad game, the Spain game yesterday. I didn't fully watch it. Again, I'm not invested like that, as you guys know, but I did have it on. A lot of controversial decisions. I think there was a penalty or a red card or something that was controversial. Didn't look like there was any contact whatsoever. I don't know. Maybe it was the angle that I saw it from. I don't know. Would you man take Simmons if he the only signing this summer? Yeah, of course. Yeah, but no, at the same time, like, because how can you reject Simmons, but then how can you not improve in other areas? It's like, it's a catch-22, isn't it? It's a catch-22, to be quite fair, because we need other positions filled, innit? And what else we got going on in this chat? Make sure we are hitting the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I need every single one of you to hit the like button. Don't just sit here, watch me, and not hit the like button. And don't just sit here and watch me and not comment as well. Like, if it says you can't comment because you're not a subscriber, then subscribe, bro. Subscribe. We've got well over 100 people in here, and I need consistent comments, consistent engagement. Okay, we're running through comments now. We're going to speak on this last topic as well. Make sure you go and subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. Link can be found pinned in the comment section. I need you guys to do that. Go and check out the content. Totally different to what we do over here. Something I'm new to as well. I have to be real. I'm not overly educated in all of those conspiracies and stuff. So it's interesting. Please do subscribe. Go and check out that stuff, and there will be other content as well. We'll be not only doing conspiracies and looking at all that type of stuff, but we will branch out into some street stuff as well, and like new stuff, like things that are happening in the world, political things that are happening in the world that just need to be spoke about, and I will do reactions to that stuff. I've actually got people helping me trying to put some content ideas together as well. So I'm looking forward to doing all this. Okay. All right. There's nothing else. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else being published right now. Nothing more being published about Arsenal and things like that. So this is going to be the last real topic. If Yamal can play, Martin Obi can play for Arsenal, Arteta, you fraud. That's a very, very good point there. The same as Wineri. And this is kind of the points that we were making last season. I know we had people at youth that they said, let them develop, But if they're good enough, they can play. Age is nothing but a number. That's how I see it. MK Ultra Wax. Yeah, I know about that. I've read about that still, I'll react. If anyone's got any videos that they want me to react to as well, send them to me, man. Twitter, Instagram, or if you're in the WhatsApp group, send them. We need A9 back. Where's A9 gone, bruv? Where's A9 gone? Why is A9 not in the building? Why is A9 not in the building? I see him in the WhatsApp group a couple of days ago, but he's in the WhatsApp group. I see him in there a couple of days ago. Why is he not in the building? Looking forward to seeing Wineri cameos next season. Yeah, so am I, but that'll probably only be in the Carabao Cup. We get knocked out the Carabao Cup first round, and then we won't see Ethan Wineri again. I don't think Obi Martin is nowhere near Yamal level, to be honest. I know some people are reaching. I have seen Obi Martin, and I still think that he should develop. I'm not really one calling for Obi Martin to be in this Arsenal team or maybe training with the team and that. But a player that I do want to see in this team, and I have been calling for in this team, is Ethan Wineri, 110%. And Obi could be clinical. He might be clinical. He scored a bag of goals at youth level. Remember, he's playing under 18s. It is young. He is playing players that are his own age. He ain't playing even younger than that. He might be getting some 16, 15-year-old players. So, we have to kind of take it with a pinch of salt at this moment in time. We need to see what Obi Martin would be like with senior level players. What is he like with people over the age of 18? What's he like with 25-year-old? What's he like in that environment? Do you know what I mean? You can't always judge a player based on the what he's doing at youth level. And another person you can use as an example of that is who? Oh yeah, someone that's still here, Eddie Nketiah. Okay, Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah is a prime example as to why you can't overgas these young players. You have to see him with senior players as well. Eddie Nketiah is that prime example. Youth level, smashing it. I'm not too sure why Chelsea never gave him a contract. He must have been doing well. But at Arsenal, done extremely well. Senior level, not so well. So there we go. There we go. We've got examples in our team right now. Ethan is the only youth man that is ready at Arsenal. Big up my guy Rowe. Exactly that. And this is the reason why in the WhatsApp group we've been kind of having them debates about Ethan Nwaneri and why he hasn't been playing. I think another person you might be able to put in that conversation as well, or two other players that you might be able to put in the conversation as well, would be Cozier Dubry and what's the other brother's name now? How did I forget it? It was literally just there and I forgot it. Can someone help me quickly? Cozier Dubry and someone else. Who's the other guy now, man? Oh my god, my mind's literally gone blank. There's another young player that can also be in this, that can also get minutes. Can someone help me? Ro, where are you? You can help me. Oh, blood. How did I forget the guy's name? It was literally just in my head and I've totally forgot it. Arsenal Youngers. I've got to look at Arsenal Youngers now. Oh my god, they're going to start showing me Saka. Skelly, that's it. Skelly. Oh, bro, how the hell? Look, I had to go to the Arsenal website quickly. Did anyone help me? No. Yeah, look, someone put it in there. Skelly. There we go. Not Patino. No, Patino's done and dusted. But yeah, Skelly's the other one. Yeah, Skelly is definitely the other one. Lewis Skelly can definitely 100% get minutes. Him, Nwaneri, and Dubry. Them three. I would have said Kiddo Taylor Hart because I liked what I used to see of him, but he's been released. He's no longer at Arsenal anymore. Other players that are in the Arsenal team, another person that should have been given minutes by now, surprisingly hasn't. Firstly, Catalin Surjan, but I think he's leaving. And then Keon Edwards. Keon Edwards is another one. Keon Edwards, let's switch over here. Keon Edwards is another one that actually should have been given minutes. That's a cold name. Sounds like a gang member. Whose name's that? Skelly. Lewis Skelly. Skelly. And that is a cold name still. Skelly. It does sound like a real one still. Someone that's about it. Keon Edwards, he's another one. Now, this guy reminds me of Aubameyang. This guy reminds me of Balogun. He reminds me of so many other players that have come through the Arsenal Academy over the years. I actually thought this guy was gonna, be here now, like actually have some game time. I honestly would have rather seen Keon Edwards come off the bench than Eddie Nketiah. Facts. I know the real ones that follow Arsenal, the Arsenal youth would say the same thing. They would have. There's no point in Eddie, 25 years old, hasn't established himself. You got Keon Edwards, 19, sitting there, bruv. Bring him on. Even John Jules, another one that's been released as well. Look out, they haven't even updated his picture. Like his picture's the old one from when Aubameyang was here, blood. Like another one that's been around. And I actually thought he was going to get a chance. Multiple loans to the Championship, multiple loans to League One. He's been released. He's not playing. He's never going to play for Arsenal. Mikel Birif is obviously someone that Arsenal are looking at this moment in time. We're contemplating whether we want to sign a striker, and I think they're doing that because they're looking at Mikel Birif as that plan B. We'll keep Havertz as the number 9, and if we need to bring someone else off the bench, that could be Mikel Birif. Another reason why they want to do that with Mikel Birif is because it shows pathway for the young players at Arsenal Football Club. So when I go and sit down with Obi Martin, or when I go and sit down with another young player that's in the under-16s or whatnot, I've got tangible evidence that we promote youth. We've got Ethan Nwaneri, we've got Saka, we've got we've got Mikel Birif, we need that, honestly, because otherwise, if we don't do that, ladies and gentlemen, best believe our young players just keep walking. They keep walking, they keep leaving, they keep signing for rivals, they keep going to other football clubs, and we lose out on them. Whether we don't get to see them play or whether we lose out financially, these are the things that we need to step up on as a business. Do you understand? So yeah, it's really important that we do have a pathway for these young players so we can keep tying them down. Even Norton Cuffy, where is he? This is what I'm saying. He's been out on loan. He actually had a good loan spell. I think he was at Millwall last season. And he's been in the Championship for like 3 straight seasons. The talk of the town now is that Arsenal are going to sell him. It's a point. It's big up Lincolnshire Lion. Good to see you in the building, my guy. It's a joke, man. It's an absolute joke. So yeah, there's young players here. Look, Taylor Hart. This is another one that's been Oh, and Charles Sago as well, bro. This is another one. Look, Charles Sago is another one. It's another one that should be getting minutes. Sago Jr., bro. This is another one that should be getting minutes at Arsenal. What am I talking about? Look, I needed to see names to remind myself how qualified these Dons are. We've got good guys. We've got good guys. We've got good attacking players, good attacking youngers here. I think this guy's been out on loan. Look, he's been here since 2015. Yeah, man. He's been here for 17 years. He signed his pro contracts in 2022. Been here for 7 years. This is another player that actually deserves minutes. If Arsenal are going to really promote youngers this season, which I think they should, I actually think we should. I think this should be a season where Arsenal actually promote youngers. Then you're looking at Charles, you're looking at Ethan. You're looking at Skelly. You're looking at what's the other one? Maybe Mikhail Birif. You know, unfortunately, what's going to happen with Keon Edwards? I think Serjan's going to be leaving. He's another good player as well. He's going to be joining a team over in Romania because that's where he's from. And then you've got Norton Cuffy. He's probably going to be leaving. Sad times. Who was the other one? See, these are the more younger players that are now coming through. Cozier Dubry. There we go. I keep forgetting names. Look at that. Cozier Dubry. And then you got Michael Rosiak as well. He's been labelled a good player. He's been actually promoted last season. He was promoted to play with the youngers, play with the senior team. So he's now playing with them. Henry Francis is another good young player as well, guys. If you don't know about man like Jack, he's another good player that we've got in the academy. Even Bandera is another good player that we've got in the academy. We've got some good players, you know. William Sweet as well, you know about William Sweet, and I'm not even gassing you, man. I'm not even gassing these man. These men have actually got some qualities, bro. I'm not really sure about anyone else. I know Mikel Arteta promoted Heaven to our senior team last season. Had him on the bench a few times, but never gave him any minutes. So maybe Arteta likes this guy here, Aiden Heaven. But I'm not even gassing about the other players. The other players actually got good qualities, man. Remember, I tap into these young players, man, but I haven't for a little while. Michael Rosiak, though, he's meant to be one of a number 6 that Mikel Arteta wants to bring through this season. He's a number 6 that he wants to bring through this season. Big up Andrew. He says Arteta will give them 5 minutes and then won't play them ever again. Yardman Jamaica in the building. Sorry that he's late. Big you up. Big up PMT Productions. He says Cozier Dubry should be promoted to give Saka some rest. 110%. The same with Charles Sago as well. They're both right wingers. Both could play centrally as well. And we've got ballers. We've got some young attacking ballers there, man. Some young attacking ballers. But anyway, back to what that main topic was. Because I didn't even tell you, man, what was going on about Artem Dovbyk. We got carried away with these young players. It says here, Arsenal have made contact with the entourage of Artem Dovbyk. The Girona forward is one of the names on Arsenal's list. Napoli have also made contact with the players' representatives. Atletico Madrid also interested, and this is according to Rudy Galetti. So he's put this information out about Artem Dovbyk being linked with a move to Arsenal, and Arsenal interested in signing the player, wanting to get him done and over the line. I'm not too sure how much it's going to cost. He's had a good season over in La Liga. Let me just get his numbers out on the screen. Dovbyk. I'm spelling dyslexia. What the hell is going on? I'm trying to spell Dovbyk and I'm spelling dyslexia, bro. What the hell? Dovbyk. Oh, another Ukrainian, another one. This is Zinchenko's doing. All right, let's switch over here. So Artem Dovbyk being with a move to Arsenal, 26 years old, scored 24 goals in 36 games, 8 assists last season. So a really good season for Girona. We do know there are fraudulent brown envelope football club owned by that state-owned company, state-owned Manchester City owners own this fraudulent club. And Artem Dovbyk is a player that Mikel Arteta is looking at, according to the reports. He's got a good goal record. Is that the only season that he's been there? Why are we looking at players? This is annoying, man. This is so annoying. We're looking at players that have only been at their football clubs for 1 season. We've done the same thing. Benjamin Sesko, Victor Gyökeres, Dovbyk. He's only been at his club for 1 season. Is that true? Is that what this is telling me? Is that what this is telling me? Yes, that's what it is telling me. So he was playing at these clubs first of all. Where's he been? Who's he been playing for? So he was playing for these guys, D&I Pro. So he was playing, bro. He was bagging goals for them as well. 24 and 30. They're playing. They play alongside Stuttgart, I believe. Not Stuttgart, Shakhtar. Stuttgart. What am I talking about? Stuttgart, bro. Thinking about Guirassy here, boy. Fucking hell, man's going mad. Yeah, I'm talking about Shakhtar. They play in the same league as Shakhtar, obviously, Ukrainian league. He's obviously bagging it up over there. He's gone to La Liga, first season there, and he's bagging it up. He's bagging it up again. But look, it just doesn't make any sense why Arsenal are targeting players that have been at their club for 1 season. What are they expecting here? Is like, do they want to pay over the odds for the player? Is that what they're trying to do? This doesn't make any sense. Arsenal are 100% mad, you know. Arteta should sell as much deadwood as possible and do what Klopp did, play the kids. Exactly, man. Come on. All those talented young players that we've got, and you would rather, you know, you was rather giving Cedric minutes. You would rather have Cedric. Obviously, Cedric's gone now, but come on, man. Arteta don't play youngsters, so we're going to lose all of our good youngsters. Wax, did you see Don and Egal arguing? Egal saying he'll punch Don up. Yeah, I see that the other day, man. Big up Egal, man. He messaged me this morning on WhatsApp, man. Yeah, man. Egal's my guy still, man. I met Egal through YouTube, obviously, content creating and all that. But yeah, man, Egal's a genuine Don, man. But yeah, that was wild, though. That was wild. Big up my guy. That was wild. I see that. That was wild. He's playing at the Euros. Well, a game kicks off in literally 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We've got the first game that kicks off of today, and that is Poland and the Netherlands. So I want to watch that. I'm going to wrap this stream up, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. Thank you ever so much for giving you an hour today, hour and 2 minutes. So I'm sure you, man, are grateful and really appreciative of that. I'm extremely grateful and appreciative of you being here today, watching me, subscribing, and getting yourself involved in the content. Please do subscribe to the Wax Unfiltered channel. It's so important. I want you guys to watch those videos. I don't want to force it on anyone, of course, but I mean, if you're a fan of what we do here, you're a supporter of what we do here, then you, of course, will be a supporter of what we do over there as well. So go over there, subscribe, hit the like button. We're gonna do more. I'm gonna create more videos this afternoon to release for the rest of this week. So we've got consistent videos dropping on the Wax Unfiltered channel, at least another 3-4 videos this week I'm going to aim to create. So we're going to be working hard. Make sure you guys check that out, and if you've got any videos that you do want me to react to, that's conspiracy, religion, political, street, anything, war. That's another thing that I want to focus on, actually. War, bloody hell. The world is a crazy place right now, man, and freedom is a must. Freedom is a must. Anyway, guys, hit the like button. Big up all the real ones. Couple shouts before I leave you. Big up Nort. Big up Andrew. Big up Ace. Big up my guy Darth Vader. Big up the Lincolnshire Lion. Big up Robbo. Big up my guy Ghost. Ace 12 PTM. Every single one of you. Big up Musa. Good to see you in the building, Musa, as well. Yardman. Big up Pelsa as well, man. Big up everyone that I can see here at the bottom of the chat, man. We appreciate you guys. Big up A. Is that Armin? Is A Armin? A, are you Armin? I don't know who A is. A Armin. I've always assumed that you are Armin. What happened to Amin, blood? Amin cut out from my WhatsApp group. He cut out from my channel. He said he's done with football, and he ducked out. Where's Amin, the admin? You better get your ass back, bro. And A is Armin. All right, cool. Big up my guy A. Big up my guy A. At least I know A is Armin. All right, my brother. Eid Mubarak to you, my brother. All right, cool. Guys, hit the like button. And yeah, Eid Mubarak. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your weekend. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.